Hello. Welcome to another episode of Films About Stuff That Matters.
Ba-ba!
I sort of finished up last time doing my series of films on flooding, which is what got me started on wanting to make all of these little videos for YouTube. But I guess I got a little bit stuck on what I should make films about next. I was trying to think what matters to me, what would matter to other people that watch this stuff. What do we want to talk about? And then, just recently, I took a little trip with my friend Tim. And something came to me, but let me take you there.
See, my friend found some cheap flights and asked me to go away with him for a few days in a different country. So I figured, why not? I'm in the airport and I'm going to Berlin. Nothing I like more than queuing up. I mean, that's probably relatively simple to find. So after a little delay, we got through security, me and my friend Tim, who's coming with me. It was relatively easy. You just put your liquids in a bag and that sort of thing, and then you're straight through. You might be able to read some sarcasm in my voice here. I hate how much time it takes to get through airport security and how strict they are. It just puts me in a bad mood. Our flight is delayed for about an hour, so that means we can eat. Actually, just travelling all together annoys me. The airport food's expensive. Fortunately, I only paid a small fortune for these, so that's good. There's nowhere comfortable to sit, and it always feels like it's my flight that's delayed. Our flight's delayed even longer, so we're just waiting longer. So our plane's finally here. It's only 2 hours delay, so we're on the way to Berlin now, in gate number 3. I know, I'm being really grumpy, but bear with me, I'm about to figure something out. I'm maybe not the most well-read person on planet Earth, so I didn't really know loads about Berlin before I got there. Obviously, I know it had a wall and that everyone there dresses in black, but it's not a place that I've ever really thought much about. We've landed in Berlin, in the airport, and now we need to navigate the relatively complicated Berlin underground system. It took us a while to find our Airbnb in the early hours of the morning, and it just made me this grumpy mess. Nothing was like it is back home.
These crisps are the weirdest. They are crisps, but they taste like peanut. Tim agrees. It's weird.
Honestly, I'm going somewhere with this, just stick with me a little bit longer. It's raining super heavy, obviously, but I'm in Berlin, so I have to go find some culture somewhere. So that's exactly what I'm going to go and do, try and find some culture in the rain, and maybe an umbrella, if I can manage that. I went to have a look at Checkpoint Charlie, which, if you don't know, and I didn't, was a crossing point between West and East Berlin when the wall was still there. Today it's sort of a massive tourist attraction, which probably says something about our society that I'm not smart enough to figure out. But there's still a lot of pretty harrowing history to be learned there. Essentially, in 1961, the wall split Berlin into Western and Soviet halves, and overnight, families, friends, and lives were torn apart. People were displaced, turned into refugees in a single day. And it wasn't just as simple as crossing the wall. When I was done there, I walked back past a few Jewish museums and was reminded of the times we've stopped treating each other as humans. And I thought of all the times we still do it today. This trip had been nothing but an inconvenience for me. But for so many people throughout history and so many people today, crossing a border isn't about long queues or expensive airport food. It's a matter of life and death. And I'd forgotten that. I was lucky enough to go to another country with a friend, and all I did was grumble. I wanted to try and make amends, so I called the one friend that I have living in Berlin and asked her to spend the morning trying to educate me. See, I told you that I was going somewhere with this. Now to meet Sophia.
So we're going to walk along Bernauer Straße, and to me that's the most exciting part of Berlin, especially historically, because that's the place where the majority of people try to escape from the east to the west when the wall was built, and actually it's 2 walls, as you'll see. There are even some pictures of people, having they lower themselves out of their building to escape. Another thing that we're going to see, which is quite macabre in a way, but still very important, are these little plaques that say someone tried to escape here in 1971, and it was just one person, and there are others where entire families, tried, and some of them didn't make it. Some of them were actually arrested. This is where the wall used to be. So essentially, there are two walls, right? Here and here. This is no man's land.
Just imagine there being a no man's land in a British city today. Maybe some people could argue that there are in some cities. I don't really know. But I know this. I found the next thing that matters to me that I want to make films about. People made homeless, divided or displaced because of some kind of border. I want to know if we're separated by more than the barriers that we've made for ourselves. And what kind of a place is Britain going to be in a world where we've got more refugees than ever? More people who need help than ever, and seemingly fewer and fewer resources to go around. I guess this could get heavy.